wanted to do something with the intellectual properties that Warner Brothers had. So they obviously have, Batman, Harry Potter, all of those things. And so when we looked, the DC heroes, in terms of fighting games, seemed like the best ensemble of characters, collection of characters to do in a fighting game. They were very cooperative. They were just as excited about the project as we were, and so we were really very collaborative. They let us redesign a lot of the characters, adding a lot of our attention and detail to it, and they were very open to it. So it was a great collaborative effort. A lot of the characters when they originally came out, they were just these skin tight outfits. It was just bathing suits and all that and everything like that. So we really wanted to kind of make them a little bit more contemporary. And DC was in the process of doing a similar thing with their New 52, which was a new line of comic books that they were doing. So it was a similar parallel effort, but our characters are kind of like their own universe, and the New 52s are different. But so it was they were doing a similar thing as we were. It was probably both. I think Mortal Kombat, is the only fighting game that goes as extreme as it does. And so I think because we are NetherRealm Studios and because we make Mortal Kombat, a natural first question that people would say is, are you going to cut Batman's head off? And we always say no, we never would do that. And so it's a very this game has its own identity, it's own thing, and Mortal Kombat is something different. We always try to do both. We always want to have as many people, because this is the DC heroes, and a lot of people who've read comic books and the animated shows, the movies, and all the different DC iterations. We want them all to play. So we're making it very as accessible as possible. But at the same time, we know that there are very hardcore fighting game players who are going to try it, and we really want to put some deep things in there for them. Yes, it definitely introduced a challenge of making the game as balanced as possible. I think any time that you add another variable to the fighting in general, it just makes it more. But it also makes it that much more unique. It makes the game play. The variety of things that can happen in the game is that much wider, and I think that's going to be one of the strongest parts of the game. I think that you need to put things in the game that a majority of the people can access. If you put button combinations that are so intricate, you'll get 10% of the people will love it, and 90% will just be confused and they will move on. And you do want to cater to those 10% because they're the most vocal and they're the most whatever. But if you want to achieve any kind of substantial sales, in the millions, and I think you need to have features in there that most of the public can access. It's certainly a possibility. Obviously, the obstacles are that Marvel is owned by Disney, and DC is owned by Warner Brothers. So there would have to be some kind of a meeting that would probably be separate from the companies. But I don't think there's a lack of enthusiasm for trying it from our team or anything.